Welcome back. We were discussing on the conjugation process of Paramecium, and we saw that during the conjugation process, two individuals of two different mating types come together, join together at the ventral surface, and a protoplasmic bridge is formed between the two. And once these protoplasmic bridge is formed, it is referred as, these two are referred as conjugates. And in the conjugates, what happens is the macronucleus of both, it will get disappear, disintegrate and disappear. And the micronucleus of each of the conjugate, it will undergo meiotic division and results in the formation of 4 micronuclei. Okay, the micronucleus which was present in the parental conjugates, they were diploid in nature, while once it undergoes meiosis, it will result in the formation of haploid micronuclei. Of the 4 micronuclei of each of the conjugate, 3 will disappear and only 1 will remain. The remaining micronucleus, it will undergo mitosis and results in the formation of 2 pronuclei. Okay, these 2 pronuclei are unequal in size, and the larger one, it is referred as stationary pronucleus, and the smaller one is known as the migratory pronucleus. Between the conjugates, we can see that there is exchange of the nucleus. The migratory pronucleus of one of the conjugate, it will move through the protoplasmic bridge to the other conjugate, while the migratory pronuclei of the second one, it will move through the protoplasmic bridge to the first one. So there is an exchange of the nuclear material. Okay, and here you can see there is already exchange, and once this is completed, the exchange of nuclear material is completed, it will undergo X-conjugation. Okay, X-conjugation is simply the separation of the 2 conjugates. Okay, now once this is separated, each of the individuals, they are referred as an X-conjugate. Okay, this is referred as an X-conjugate. Now each of the X-conjugate, what happens, we are showing here only one of the X-conjugate, but the same thing is repeated in the other one also. So here what happens is the 2 nuclei, the stationary nucleus of this mating type and the migratory pronucleus which is received from the other one, it will fuse together and it will result in the formation of a diploid nucleus, and this is referred as zygote nucleus. And the process of fusion of the 2 pronuclei to result in the formation of zygote nucleus, it is referred as amphimixis. Okay, so by the process of amphimixis, the 2 pronuclei will join together, will fuse together, and it will retain the diploid condition. Okay, and a zygote nucleus is formed. Now this zygote nucleus, it will undergo mitosis. Okay, the first mitosis, it will result in the formation of 2 diploid nucleus. This diploid nucleus, the 2 nuclei, it will again undergo the second mitotic division, resulting in the formation of 4 diploid nuclei. And these 4 diploid nuclei, it will undergo the third mitotic division and results finally the formation of 8 nuclei. And these 8 nuclei are known as the micronuclei. Okay, so the 8 micronuclei are formed. Now this 8 micronuclei, of these 4 will become enlarged and it will result in form the macronuclei, while the other 4, it will remain as micronuclei. Okay, now of these 4 micronuclei, 3 will disappear. Okay, the 3 micronuclei, it will disintegrate and disappear, while the one which is remaining, it will while the remaining micronucleus, it will undergo division. Okay, so we will have 4 macronucleus and a single 2 micronuclei. I hope it is clear. So we can see here the 8 nuclei are formed by way of 3 mitotic divisions. Of the 8 nuclei, 4 will enlarge and form macronuclei, while these 4 will be retained as nuclei. So we have 4 macronuclei and 4 micronuclei. Okay, now among these 4, the 3 will disintegrate. So what will remain? We have 4 macronuclei and 1 micronucleus. Okay, the 1 micronucleus, it will undergo division. Okay, it will undergo just like what happened in binary fission. This will undergo what you call division. Okay, now it will undergo division and it will result in the formation of 2 micronuclei. So what we'll have is 4 macronuclei and 2 micronuclei. Now this one having 4 what you call macronuclei and 2 micronuclei, it will undergo division. Okay, just like the what you call binary fission, which we have seen in one of the previous videos. Okay, so it will undergo binary fission. Now during the binary fission, all the materials, it is equally divided, isn't it? Now, so the nucleus, it will be divided into the parental paramecium, it will divide into 2. Okay, so here we will get 2 paramecia. The one each one will be getting like 2 macronucleus and 1 micronucleus. 2 macronuclei and 1 micronucleus. You can see here. Okay, so from each X conjugate, this is an X conjugate. Okay, from each X conjugate, 2 daughter paramecia are formed. Okay, and each daughter paramecium, it contains 2 macronuclei and 1 micronucleus. Okay, now this micronucleus, it will undergo division once again. Okay, just like what happened over here. Okay, so it will undergo one more division, giving rise to 2 nuclei. Okay, so we will be having 2 macronucleus, 2 macronuclei and 2 micronuclei. Okay, now such a cell, it will undergo binary fission once again. Okay, so each what you call the micronucleus undergoes division once again with the division of each daughter paramecia, forming 2 individuals. You can see here 2 individuals are produced, and each one will be having 1 macronucleus and 1 micronucleus. Okay, so each of the X conjugate, right, it will give rise to 4 daughter individuals at the end of conjugation. Okay, so how many this X conjugate may have given rise to 4 individuals, daughter paramecia. Similarly, this one will also result in 4 daughter paramecia. So altogether there will be 8. I hope that is clear. Okay, so the conjugation process, it is nuclear reorganization, exchange of genetic material, especially the micronuclear material, and there is what we refer as antimixis processes involved. Okay, and then the resultant and daughter paramecia, there are 8 different daughter paramecia, and they are entirely different with respect to genetic composition. They are entirely different from that of the 2 parent paramecia which got involved in conjugation. Is it clear? Okay. Now we can see what are the factors affecting or conditions required for the process of conjugation, and also what is the significance of conjugation process. Okay. Now usually it is seen that conjugation is a process which occur under unfavorable living conditions, unfavorable conditions. Okay, starvation or shortage of food, and particularly the bacterial diet or certain chemicals are found to induce the process of conjugation in some of the species of Paramecium. Okay, and we can see that conjugation usually does not take place during night or complete darkness, but it starts early in the morning and it continues till the afternoon. Okay, and conjugating individuals usually they are smaller in size. You can see that the what you call conjugation occur when there is a change in the physiological conditions of Paramecia. Then it occurs between such individuals which are smaller in size than the normal individuals. Okay, and they are at a stage which may be regarded as a period of unhealthy old age. So paramecium of this condition will die if not allowed to conjugate. So repeated what you call binary fission, it will usually result in losing of vigor among the paramecia. So after continuous repeated what you call binary fission, usually the paramecium may have to undergo conjugation to get rejuvenated. Okay, now apart from that, we can see that sudden darkness in light conditions and low temperatures are also found to induce the process of conjugation in certain species. And conjugation usually occurs after about 300 or so asexual generation, or that is 300 continuous binary fissions, or it alternates with binary fission at long intervals to rejuvenate the dying clone. So if we can see that it occurs in those individuals which must have passed through very huge number of asexual generations, and then they become sexually mature to conjugate. So only those individuals which may have undergone a continuous series of what you call asexual reproduction may become sexually mature to conjugate. Okay, so those are the factors or conditions which are required for the process of conjugation to happen in Paramecium. Now, what is the significance of conjugation? Okay, we can see that as a nuclear reorganization takes place. We have already seen that during the conjugation process, the nuclear apparatus, specifically we say micronucleus, it is being reorganized and readjustment occurs between it and the cytoplasm. And there is a replacement by a new macronucleus. It also brings renewed vigor, and it also increases the vitality and helps in accelerating metabolic activities. Okay, so those are the what you call reasons why one of the significance of conjugation. Then we can see there is hereditary variation which is developed in the daughter individuals produced. That is, during asexual reproduction by fission, the hereditary material of the parent is passed to the daughter paramecia unchanged. No variation is developed during the particular process of asexual mode of reproduction. So all the descendants of one paramecium have the same kind of hereditary composition, or what you call genetic composition. I'm sorry. So it will result in in the case of conjugation, it will result in blending of two different what you call mating types, and as a result new genetic composition is produced. Okay, that is a very important significance of conjugation. Another one is, as already mentioned earlier, rejuvenation. That is, if binary fission continues repeatedly for several generations, it is found that the paramecium loses its vigor, and it may enter a period of depressed physiological efficiency and senescence. That is, it may lead to the like dying kind of a situation. Okay, so the individual, they will cease to multiply, they reduce in size, degenerates in organization, and eventually dies off unless it will get into conjugation process. Okay, so the conjugation process is actually helping in rejuvenation of the individuals. Okay, we have already seen that it helps in reorganization, and conjugation is only a temporary union, and there is no fusion of the cytoplasm, and zygote produces actually by the process of amphimesis. Okay, so this is the significance of conjugation. So I hope the process of conjugation of paramecium is very clear. You have to study the this particular diagram and each of the steps. We can just summarize the whole process of conjugation. Initially, two different mating individuals belonging to two different mating types of the same species, it will come together. It will lie close together on the ventral with the ventral surface in contact, and the buccal what you call oral groove joint, and a pellicle and the ectoplasm, it degenerates, a protoplasmic bridge is formed. Okay, macronucleus, it undergoes breakdown, degenerates. Micronucleus, it undergoes meiotic division, it results in yeah, the diploid micronucleus, it undergoes meiotic division, and it results in 4 micronuclei, haploid micronuclei. Of these, 3 will disintegrate, only 1 will remain, that will undergo mitosis. Okay, it will result in 2 micronuclei. One is larger, one is smaller. The larger one is stationary and the smaller one is migratory. There is an exchange of migratory pronuclei between the conjugates. Okay, and then exconjugation takes place. The 2 conjugates, it will get separated, and by the meantime, the 2 pronuclei will fuse together to form the diploid zygote nucleus. This diploid zygote nucleus will undergo 3 mitotic division, 2 divisions, and it will result in 4 daughter nuclei. 4 daughter paramecia. Each of the X conjugate will result in 4 daughter paramecia. Okay, so that is the whole process of conjugation. Fine. Okay, thank you.